You see that back there? Look at all that. It's nothing because I haven't built the mountains yet, but that's what I'm doing today. So bear with me because I've never made mountains before in Minecraft, in any game, in real life, in a drawing. I've never done anything related to mountains. Yeah, so this whole stretch, all the way to like right there, is all mountain. I will show them on the screen here. I went through before and I found every shot that I could find of the mountains behind the school for Phoenix Drop High. There's not a lot, really, of different like points of view. But thankfully there were some that are like behind the sports fields, behind the actual building of the school that are harder to see. I did find a couple of those here. But it's these front ones that are going to be tricky because it's a mountain and it's got all this different stone texture that looks really similar to one another. It's kind of hard to tell how far away one point of the mountain is to the next mountain, to the mountain that's kind of like in front of it. Where do I even begin, honestly, actually? Like, where do I even start? Oh, wait, no. Okay, I should probably start with what I can see the best. So there is this picture here that actually shows right behind the sports field, and it kind of shows like where it starts from the bottom, or I should say from the ground up. So I guess I could just start with this. So where are the mountains in relation to these stands here? Oh wow, there's like trees going up the mountain. Okay. This is gonna be really annoying. It's like Wednesday right now, and I'm supposed to have this done by Monday and uploaded. I don't know about that. Anyway, so the stand is right here in the bottom left corner, and there's like a couple of trees, and then right behind the trees is where the bottom of the mountain starts. So I think I'll just do this whole little squiggly line at the bottom, and I will just kind of start gradually going up, and then I will kind of figure out how long until is the end over here on the right, and I'll kind of build up over there. Maybe it's time that I learn the brush tool. Sphere brush, cylinder brush, smoother brush. I can simulate snow. This is the best day of my life. I feel like patterns would be very useful in the future, but I have no idea what any of that means. Alright, we're going to try brush. So /BS. What's -H mean? Alright, that's it. It's too much work. We're doing it by hand. Okay, forget that. Anyway, like I said, what I want to do, I start over here. And we got like this corner, so we're going to put ourselves kind of in that position. So it was like, what, is like this or something? And there was like a couple of trees right here, yeah. And then it starts like in the back a little. So I'm gonna grab my grass, and we're gonna do, so there's a couple of trees, and then there's big open spot. There's no big tree right where I have giant big tree. So, ooh, I don't know. I'm thinking this one, maybe? Yeah, no. I think this big tree here, this one, and this really tall one need to like go bye-bye. Okay, close enough. I guess I forgot that the bottom part existed. Okay, there we go. They're gone. They went bye-bye. So, oh. Yeah, I'm sure that will disappear on its own. So we have corner here, and we have big space. I'm just like randomly, I don't even know. I gotta set the time again. Why my Korean keyboard? Oh, that is too close for sure. Okay, I'm thinking now like it goes behind where I got all this plant going on. So I'm thinking, I'm so quiet when I'm doing this. Okay, how's that look? How do we like this? It's gonna take a really long time if you can't tell already. What, this is in the corner? Okay. 2 small trees. That's nice. I like that. And it kind of goes around and curves back in the front. Okay, that's good. I like that. That's nice. Whoa, that was weird. So I'm just gonna do whatever. I'm just gonna keep squiggling it all the way down. This is the stands, and this is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, like 7 trees of my version of the tree. Not these ones, but like of how many I have. Like right here. Behind this big guy. So we're gonna put like a mark there. Hold on, there's gotta be, in the sports corner video, there has to be a shot of it somewhere. Oh, when she's turned into the pizza. Okay, it must not be then. Maybe when she's running. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hold on. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay. We're gonna screenshot that. I'll tell you that right now. It doesn't really, like, they do go down really quickly. So I'm gonna say they probably do end up trickling out around in between the middle of the soccer field and the end of the soccer field. So they kind of trickle out right there. Now I'm gonna keep my line going. Okay, yeah, that's nice. Now we need to... This is gonna be a rough guesstimate, 'cause she never goes over here. Not that you could see anyway, but... I'm gonna go all the way to, like... here. Yeah. And just randomly follow kind of like the line of the trees, I think. This one's really gradual here. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna just kind of follow my pattern I just made. I think I'll expand it out further from the tree. It doesn't need to be quite close to that tree. Alright, here we go. Here's my line. It kind of just follows this. Oh, what? Okay, what's going on here? And then it goes around and curves back in, goes back over there. Okay. Okay, I'm going to fill it in. So I'm going to fill it all the way back. So we'll go from right here. Just kind of line it up. I think it's this one. Okay, I only typed 1S, but you know what? Whatever works. Yeah, okay. Ooh, that did not take as long as I thought it would, so that's good. So for the next row, it looks, and all the rows after, so next row is the little gradual going up, so it's kind of what we just did. And then the row after that, and from there on out, is like directly straight, starting to go straight up. So that's when I have to start thinking about shape. So like how this area kind of sticks out and then goes in a little, and then this kind of sticks out and comes down here, and then this is like a hill, but then there's a little landing here. That's where I gotta start thinking about that kind of thing. So what I can do is I'm gonna start taking this by sections. Maybe this landing one. So I'm gonna do this landing one, which is at this second like swoop, guess you could call it. So it's like a little opening, and then that's when we start our second row, and it just kind of goes straight up from there. So I'm gonna switch, I think, to stone. No, I'll do grass for this next row, and then I will switch to stone. So we've got like a, maybe gotta make sure there's like enough opening here. Try to keep like a, oops, a good enough distance between. This was just a little too messed up there. Okay, maybe what I need to change here is actually this, and that way when I do that, it'll get closer, and then it'll bring it back out. Oh yeah, and that was about perfect. I don't even really need to fix any of that. Just right here. Oh yeah, that's good. I love that. We got that kind of started. Just gonna fill this in. Just like that. Beautiful. Now we can move on to some stone. Just give like a couple block distance. That way I can just keep building. So now I can come back over here and I can start like placing it again. See, when you put them right up on your edge, that's when you start going up really quickly. So that's a little too quick. We don't need to be going up that quick. Okay, there is that row. That looks really good. I really like that. Now, let me see what this third row is looking like. It's all about the same. It's just gonna continue to go like that until we get to that little landing. And then from that landing, we're getting really starting to get up there, get straight up. So I'm gonna continue this until I get to the landing area. I finished what I believe is 12 rows of this part of the mountain. I just went to the, yes, that's Bon Jovi in the corner, jamming out to this song right now. It's so good. Anyway, what was I saying? Bon Jovi distracted me. So from where I made that very bottom row all the way up to where I think right here is like the landing, I counted each row and it looks like 12 to me. It don't really matter. I chose 12. And then there's like a little bit of a landing from what I can kind of see. Now, I went ahead and did this for the landing, this like space here. Because you can see, like, just if you keep kind of the same shape, it starts forming these mountain-like pieces where this whole section sticks out, then it curves in with the earth, and then it comes back out, and then curves back in. What I need to do next is figure out if I want to go up or if I want to go lengthwise. I took a quick look at the image, and I think what would be easier for me, since I've already kind of figured out how I want to go about doing this kind of thing, I think what would be easiest for me is to just keep going lengthwise and keep following it until I can't see it anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish all the way to where I think that the mountains are going to end. How do I do that? Oh, I didn't even think about that. How am I going to do that? Because I can't see it. I get it now. All right, I get it. So in order to make it kind of like gradually go down, I realized what I have to do is take this and spin it all the way around to the edge over there. So let me just do that real quick. All right, here's my my layout here. Now I've curved it around the side. I don't like this now that I'm looking at that. Okay, yeah, that's better. We like that. That is good. So here's my stone thingy. And now that I have made it curve, then I can just do what I did over here, and it'll just naturally make itself trickle down. Beautiful. Okay, it's been only 23 minutes, surprisingly. Well, technically 20 minutes. But I finished the side. I think it looks very, very nice. Could use like a waterfall and like a moon pool. If you know, you know. I will just continue on going all the way down there. So I will see you in 5 years. Okay, so I was not going to film this part, but some things have changed. So I said I was going to move on and finish the rest of this, which I did. But then I started building all the way down to where I believe the mountains end. And you can see how far that is right here. That goes quite a ways, all the way literally to the edge of where I made this expansion, which I didn't plan that. It quite literally just happened to be that size. So I was actually going through and I was looking at, I believe this picture, no, not this picture. This picture right here. So I kind of like was able to put myself in this exact perspective of this picture, and on this side of this like little peak right here, on this side is that like waterfall thingy. I marked that area with the water, like a blue block to symbolize water, so that I know that's kind of the area where that waterfall is going to be, and it is. And everything looks closer in your image that you're looking at, so you have to think the grand scale of how large this build is. And that's something that I did not fully understand when I started this project. So I started building it out, and I went according to kind of like the shape of the mountains in this picture, how this kind of like bulges out, but then there's like this in part. I just followed the in and outs of the shape of the mountain, and I did kind of just like a general like size that I thought it might be, and I got all the way down here. So that is when I started to realize that I might be having some timeline issues here. Originally, I was just going to do it all by hand besides, the simple set command. But then that's when I realized how large it is once I got down there. And then I look at this picture, and if we scroll in here, like, look at the size of, say, just this random, let me pick one, just this random, like, tree itself, but, like, the size of this snow block here. It looks like maybe 2-3 blocks of snow. Look at the size of that compared to all of this, to the height of this, and look at the height compared to the school. It looks like the same height because of the angle that we're at. Those clouds are almost the same height as the peak of this building here. The clouds in the sky are almost that same height. That's how you know it's tall. Obviously, it's not going all the way up to the clouds. Oh, I just fell. And that's when I realized, like, I've got some issues going on, because I wanted this to be done by Monday, which is in 2 days from when I am recording this right now. So if that's going to happen, I figured I probably got to just force myself to learn how to use the brushes in World Edit, because if I don't, there's no way that I'm going to get this done, and I'll be doing this for a month, and that's not going to work out. Because I have Starlight to build, and I'm sure those brushes will be helpful when building that too. So it's best I just learn it now and get it down. So that's exactly what I started doing. Then I figured I should probably record it because, it's part of the process. So this is kind of like my test that I got going on here. This diamond sword here is what I applied the command to. You have to apply it to your tool, and then you type in the command you want it to do. And for the sword, I have it set to smooth, and that's what's going to make it look like this part right here. So if I just kind of right click the area, it just smooths it out and makes it look like a mountain. And then if I want, so these shovels have different size like spheres. So this one, small, you can like build it up, kind of just like go like that. This one, much larger. Oh my, you didn't see that. This one is even bigger. I like this one a lot. This one has all the bumpies that I like for the mountain. Probably be using that one. This one's real big. This will be just like the filler. And then that's when you can take your smoothing tool and just kind of blend it in. Same for this. I could just smooth it. It blends it into the ground, basically, is what it does. Oh, wow, that one, pancake flat. So that's what I'm going to use to kind of make the shape. So this was my test. This front row of blocks here that I have my cursor on, that I just hand built really quick like I did over here, and then I placed a bunch of blocks. So I just went kind of close to it like this, and then I went behind and I got a little bit bigger. So it kind of like builds up the height in the back like a mountain. Then I can go back to the 4 one and I can put it up here. That's really tall really quickly, but what I can do is put this smaller one there, maybe the one here, and then we can take smooth. Oh, undo. I want it to start kind of like up here. And it can make its like own shape at the bottom. I'm fine with that. It doesn't have to be that awesome. So look at that. That was already done that quickly. This was all by hand, all of this. and that took me 2 hours. No, so the first section took me what, like 2 hours to an hour and a half, I think, and then this took me another like 30 minutes. So 2 hours to do all that. This one took me like 3 minutes. I'm gonna start just by doing it to this height right here, all the way across and all the way down. That's just what I'm going to do. I'm just gonna cut to being finished with this side because I just showed you what I'm doing, so it's pretty self-explanatory. Alright, so that was actually really easy. That only took me like 15 minutes. There's just some areas that are like, man, but it's fine. Like, I'm literally never going to see it except out the window of the building, and you won't even be able to see that part. So it doesn't matter. But I went ahead and just filled all this in just because I know I'm going to need that base later on. So I think what I'm going to do, there's a different picture as well that I could use. I'm going to start way in the back by the end of the sports field, and I'm going to go from there. I'm literally just going to build this entire section, probably up to like the waterfall. So I think I'll try just placing random crap. How about that? Let's just first start by building this up a bit. Do it so I can actually stand back here and do it, I think. Oh yeah, look at that. That is awesome. Now I can try my smooth. Oh, okay, it's blending. How do I fix it? Here, that's some height for you. Oh, okay, can it actually do that? It's kind of working. I'll just spam click it. Maybe if I do... Maybe it needs to be a little more slopey, I'm thinking. This is really annoying, actually. I'm starting to get mad. This one's gonna stick out for sure. Remember that. Oh, not that far. Not like that. That's looking like a mountain. I like it. Wow, this is like crazy. Like, this looks horrible. In my opinion, like, this looks absolutely horrible. But I know that I can like transform it, and I also know that it's really not that serious. The mountains is not the focus. It's actually inside of the school, which I really need to start working on. So I think I'll do my best to make this section and where the waterfall is and that little tree, I'll try to make it as accurate as possible, but the rest of it is probably just gonna look like this blob over here. I'm just gonna go ahead and skip over me completing like this entire like little area right here, and then I'll come back. Alright, are we ready for the update here? Okay, I'm gonna turn around. Turning around. Oh yeah, look at that. Y'all don't even want to know how long this took me. It really wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be, but at the same time, it was so mentally draining I had to stop and like start it again several days later. I'm thinking about taking this right here and cutting it, flipping it, and putting it right here so it makes them look longer than they are. So I'm going to try that really quickly, and then that will be the end of the base of our mountain range. I'm so excited. It looks so good, even though it looks terrible. It looks so good for what I was going for. Yes, it looks terrible because of how like blocky and everything it is. This section right here is the good section. I actually took some time to see how I could texture it and kind of build it up. So that was like the good section. Where are we? Where this grass block is. Sure, why not? So what I'm gonna do is build out just a little. I'm gonna build back. Now I need to go up taller than that one peak where I'm gonna copy. So one. These mountains are huge. Look at these. And these are small mountains compared to some that I've seen people build. Okay, we're gonna just go right here. And we're gonna just copy that. So I'm gonna go out here into the middle of nowhere first. So, what was it? It was like flip. Or is it rotate? No, it's flip. It's definitely like flip. This is north. And that's south. So I want it to flip south, right? Did that really? Okay. Let me paste. Oh. Oh, is it really gonna take that long? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna paste it one more time over here just in case it did not hear my command. No, it definitely did. I'm gonna have 2 mountain ranges now over here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna log out and try again, because sometimes that makes it go through. Oh shoot, it won't even log me out. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, so it didn't hear the first one, but it heard the second one. Alright, and we're flipped incorrectly. So we're gonna go ahead undo. Oh shoot. Oops. I can't undo it because I left the game. It's fine. I'll just delete that later. So I'm gonna test it out over here too. Work. So, oh wait, that means I gotta go over and recopy it, doesn't it? I bet it does. Look at that school. It's just so bright and pretty. I feel like I'm like in the role play. That's so weird. Is me facing east, then I gotta do west, right? Flip. Oh, double. This thing is double. Flip west. Oh, okay. And paste. Oh, please work. Oh my. Okay. Oh, no. It totally worked. Didn't it? Yes. Oh, yes. No, it was the right one. It was. Oh, and it looks beautiful this direction. Ooh. Okay. So not only do I have 2 of those to delete now, I have to go copy this once more, flip it to the west again, then paste it in, get the time. Oh, I know why I thought the other way was east. I thought that was east because that's where the sun was, because it wasn't morning. So, whoa, there's some lag there for you. We're going to copy it from right here this time. Okay, here we are. Orange block is here. So I will go really far away and I'll figure out where exactly I want to put it based on where that orange block is. So if I follow the height over, it is about right where that little bump thing is. Okay, yeah, that's pretty close. So what I gotta do is figure out where that orange block is at the bottom. Oh, you know what I should do? I should line it up right with where this kind of like is dipping in. So, okay, so I need to paste it exactly right here. So I will stand on this block to paste it like I did on the other side. Flip, and I believe it was west. Okay, that's done. Here we go. If it works right, then I shouldn't be inside the mountain when this gets pasted. So we're gonna go ahead and... Oh wait, but what if this mountain doesn't get completely overridden? That would be bad. Okay, new plan. Okay, I gotta delete this first. Okay, now I gotta go recopy and paste my thing again. We love this. I should probably fix this and make it look good before I paste it, or else I have to do it twice. So I did some smoothing out. I started in kind of like this area up here all the way over to like this peak, and I kind of moved down into this area, and then this was starting to get a little tricky. So this part looks like what it looks like, and it's gonna look like that forever. And then this is like almost a little too choppy, but if I use the smoothing tool, like you can see, it becomes way too smooth. I did end up using the smoothing tool on this whole side because you can't even really see that side. No one's gonna be looking at it, and I was getting tired of doing all this. It was taking way too long. So just focus on this part up here. It looks nice. Anyway, so let's get back to business. Alright, so we gotta flip it, and we gotta flip it west. And then we paste it. I'm just doing it. I hope there's nothing else that I forgot to do because I'm doing it. Should I do it? Should I just exit and come back in and hope that it doesn't need redone? Not gonna lie, I feel like I should have brought it forwards a little more. Oh. 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 Oh my. Okay, that's what I figured. What's going on with the ground? The ground was the same height. It should have been the same distance. But not too far. We're gonna paste it. Let's just do... So we gotta flip it west. And then we're just gonna paste right here. How's it doing? Okay, that's something better, I'm sure. I still want this to be like up further more because it's like that in the thing. So, okay, now I know for sure this time what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it exactly level with this orange block that's right there. Why is that orange block there? I don't really know. So I'm gonna cut back when I get this in place. Small problem. I already exited out of the world and came back in. So if there's not a save, which I did not initiate one, then this is all gone. That is totally bizarre. Okay, let me see if I have a save. Okay, so we're back in business. I took a few hours. It only took really like an hour and a half total, but I did it over the course of a few hours. I fixed all of this, made it look all nice. Honestly, it almost kind of looks better than it did before. Put this all back in, and we're good now. And then I did delete those random mountains that were over there. I extended the grass out, and I did end up getting it to copy. This side is now over here, so it kind of goes down more naturally. So what I need to do now is make this like not so that. I need to get it kind of seamless looking, and then I also need to probably make the ground look a bit more realistic, extend it out here, and fill all of this with trees. And these are little things that I'm probably not going to record, or if I do, it'll be a live stream. As you can see, like I said before, this part right here, I kind of made it look more natural, like natural Minecraft would look, sort of. It just looks a little less choppy, like this section is choppy. And everything over here, it's just a little funky, but I went through and I kind of made it all seem fine up until right about here. And I will not be recording the rest of that, like, smoothing. I'm just gonna call it smoothing. I'm not, you can see it's really bad right here. It's like it's not even existent right there. This right here is my first attempt at using that paint function on world edit. So what I need to do now is go through and add a bunch of snow to all of the parts that require snow. So for this big peak, it's complete snow except for a couple patches all the way from the top pretty much to the bottom. I can kind of stay far back and it shouldn't do anything. So it's so easy. If you're wondering how, because you're not familiar with World Edit, what I do, or what I did, was I set the brush to a sphere brush and I made it the color that I wanted. So that's going to be white wool, which the ID for that is 35. And then I think I made it a radius of 5 because I felt like that would be big enough and small enough at the same time. So I set it with that, and then I did mask 1 so that it only applies to stone, because stone is an ID number of 1. So this will be super easy, and I can kind of purposefully miss a couple of spots like that, just so it's more natural looking, I guess, kind of like how they did it in their mountains. This is extremely satisfying. I did not think that it would be this amazing. Okay, now that I've gotten here, that is probably about how far down I want it, and then it'll get covered up a little bit probably when I naturalize some of it. I'll change my brush size to 1 or 2, and then I'll try to make that look a little bit more realistic. For this side of the peak, I gotta figure out how... Okay, it definitely goes up to that height. This peak also needs to be taller. I totally forgot to do that. Where is that? Yeah, it's right here, and it should be like up here. Okay, so we're gonna do... I think this will be kind of our cutoff right there. You can kind of click and drag it too. That's fun. Oh, that is so pretty. I feel like I'm in the actual mountains. I love it. Sorry. Okay. Right here, I think there needs to be another peak. And then what I kind of want to do is make the mountain seem a little more voluminous. So, oops. And when I raise this up a little bit, I'm going to add maybe some more peaks in. So if you look here, there's like a little peak here. This actually kind of comes forwards a little bit more. There's like a little peak here. There's another peak next to it. So I think I'm going to turn this area into that peak that's next to it. So I'm going to go through and finish doing those things that I just said, kind of adding some more peaks a little bit, and then I'm going to snow it all up, and then we can naturalize it and add some waterfalls. I have this feeling the waterfalls is going to be the hard part, actually. Okay, so I put the snow with an outline of where I want it on the tops of the mountains, and you might notice there's some more mountaining going on over here. I actually took, what was it? It was like, I think it was from right here to right here maybe? And I copied it and actually placed it right behind there because I felt like there just was not enough depth going on here. So I did that, so it looks much more full now. Then I started with placing all this junk. There's like a darker block mixed in with the regular stone. I'm looking at it and I'm starting to wonder if that's maybe not stone. What is it? Gravel. This darker color is gravel. Oh, and the green is not grass because it looks orange. Because, you know, grass has those, you can see it right there. Grass has like the orange pieces, so I actually am using a green terracotta, a lime terracotta, to make it look like the appearance of grass. And I think that's actually what they did here. It doesn't look like grass to me. That looks like a terracotta. So what I started with was the diamond sword here, which is my brush for all this junk. Here's the command I used. I'm pretty sure it is the sphere brush, and you do, what did I do here? Probably, I think I did 70% stone because I wanted it to be very subtle, comma, 20%, I think gravel, which is 13, and then I did 10%, what was it called? 159:5. That 159:5 is the ID number for that green lime terracotta. So 10%, 159.5, and then do a space, and then we put our radius, which is 5, and then we did that. And then we do mask 1, because we only want it to apply to the stone. And then you can just click, and it goes onto the stone, just like so. I did actually build this peak up a little bit here. Not that you can tell much, but it's whatever. So I noticed in this picture, this is particularly grassy and textury compared to the rest of the mountains. So we're going to do a lot of them here, and we're going to start. This is where we're going to kind of stop. I already did this side, as you can see. And then the rest of it is going to be a different brush. It's going to be this baseball bat looking brush. Okay, I'm not gonna do it too much over here because I do want the snow to definitely come down a lot further. There's definitely a line going on here though. I don't need... It'll blend more when we do our other thing. So for this one, so I did 65% stone, 15% gravel, 10% lime terracotta, and 10% snow with a radius of 5. And then I did mask 1 again. Now this line here that I'm kind of pointing at is the brush that I have in my hand, but the one directly below it right here actually was a lesser degree of snow because I was testing things out. So if we kind of go here. Okay, yeah, that looks good. So we're gonna do it right here now. Really get some snow in there. One going on. Oh wait, no, there is no snow on that one, is there? There isn't really any snow on that one. I'm putting more snow than there actually is, okay? I think what I'll do is actually do some more of this in there like that. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I brought that down some more. Now I'm going to go back with my mixture like this and kind of make that line disappear a little. Yeah, so since I've already kind of filled it so there's not as much stone, remember our mask is set to stone. So the snow is only going to apply on whatever snow blocks or stone blocks that are left. Let's do 50, 159, 5. And then it will start covering up the grass. Oh yeah, just like that. So if I want to have a little less grass in there, which I would like some less grass. Actually, I don't really want any grass at all the higher up you get, because the higher up you get, why would there be grass, you know? So, especially in a cold, snowy environment. That looks really cool. I love that. I do want just a bit more snow, I think, right here. So I can change my mask to 13. Just trying to break up that line a little bit. There's definitely quite a bit of a line here. Okay, so what I have to do is just repeat that, but on this side, that's perfect. Look at that. That is awesome. I love it. That's crazy. I know that theirs has more like stone pieces up in there, but I don't know. I really like my snow mountains, so I'm gonna keep it snowy. Ignore that. We don't talk about this, okay? This is not here. Anyway, okay, last but not least, the waterfalls. It comes right down from the side of this peak in the front, the closest peak to us that's in between the one with the tree on it. And it goes right down and just kind of down the side. Now, my peak is a little bit closer to this one than theirs. We're gonna place it... Ooh, how should we do this? Not me considering just moving my peak over. I mean, I could. Wow, I really didn't realize how great of a distance there was between those before. Do I move it over, or do I just finish this freaking mountain because I've been doing this for 3 weeks straight? Oh my gosh, wait, better idea. How about I just copy it and move it over? And then delete this down. Oh my gosh, okay. 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 I am always in this tree. Alright. I'm gonna fix this really quick and make it look better. Alright, haha, look at that. That's good. We're good with this. I could have kept going, but that's good enough. I'm hoping, oh, you know what I should do? Sorry, I don't know why I said it like that. Build this up a bit so that when it does come down, it can't like go the opposite direction on accident. So maybe right here. That's front. That's side front for sure. Oh, that's large. Please, no, it's gonna go the other way. Ah! Oh, I almost stopped it. Do you think that will hold the water? I don't know. I don't really know water physics very well. Place it here instead. It'll only go down to my barrier down there. Oh yeah, because that's small. That's a really small stream. How do I get it to just go straight this way? I'll need to just break these, right? Okay, we could totally try this. Build this up a little. Break the bottom first, maybe? That's still small, so that's good. Okay, so I built this up a bit, kind of tried to make a path, like maybe like this, maybe? So I can make a little bit of a dent here. So hopefully it doesn't go past that. So we're gonna undo this, bottom first. Alright, so it's kind of doing it, we just need some more water flow. So should I just like let it do that all the way to the bottom? Should I put a block? I'll put a block here, I'll just... Alright, I'm gonna let it loose. Hopefully it just kind of comes straight this way. Oh, yeah, definitely not what I wanted to happen. Okay, that's kind of doing something fun. That is good. I like this. We're gonna keep it just like that. There's our first waterfall. Yes, I know that it's a different color a little bit from probably what it's supposed to be, but that's because of my shaders. I'll fix the bottom another time. Not in this video, but okay, so that is probably gonna be it for the mountains episode. I'm gonna go through, add all of the other little waterfalls another time. I just need to get this episode out because it's been 3 weeks. I'll maintain that waterfall at the bottom. I'll get it fixed and make it a little less chaotic. But oh, my render distance. Now I know that I didn't exactly finish the mountains in this episode because I didn't put all the waterfalls in. I didn't do any of the trees on the mountains, but I was just trying to focus on the mountains themselves. I got one waterfall in, and look at that view. Oh, that's just insane. I want to be there so bad, even though I am. Gotta take a screenshot of that. Oh, but it's beautiful. Anyway, so that is the mountains episode. If anyone is wanting like a tutorial or something about how to build the mountains, because I didn't really go that in depth and I didn't show so much footage on that, I can make a separate like video trying to make a new set of mountains and do that if you request that. And then I do plan on doing a live stream again for the mountains this time because I do need to do some small tweaks. I need to add the trees. I need to do that area over there where it's empty. So I will do all that in a live stream here probably in a week or two. And then I can finally start working on the inside, which will be exciting because I get to decorate, and that's like my favorite thing on the planet to do. I mean, could you imagine? Like, you're just, oh, I want to go to the library and read a book. Let me go back here and pick a book. Oh my gosh, look at those mountains. It really just, like, ties it all together. Like, you're just walking along, but like in the background there's just like a mountain there. That's quite fantastic, really. They definitely turned out to be better than I expected, for sure, 100%. But then at the same time also not what I expected, so take that as you will. Anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed this mountain episode. Definitely my favorite episode so far, but anyway, goodbye. I'll see you inside for the next episode.